assistant.
Oh, I didn't hear anything.
Today I'm excited I get to hang out with Chad Inman. He is one of our photographers in Madison. We get to tell his story today, and today's plan is to kind of get some photos and some video of downtown and the surrounding area of Madison to put into the archives. So let's get in today and hang out with Chad.
All right, I finally made it. I'm in Madison. We're hanging out with Chad Inman. Chad Inman, we're going to do some, I don't know, establishing shots of like Madison. And where are we going right now?
We're gonna go down to the Monona Terrace, which is right downtown. Put some drones up in the air and get some, establishing shots. I've been wanting to take the drone down there and feature those parts of town for a while, and I just haven't made time. So today we're making time to do that.
So if you're a realtor in Madison and if you need some aerial shots to kind of show off the area to be added to your listings, you know, reach out to Shutter Zone. We'll have those. That's what today's project is all about. So we're gonna be hanging out in Madison today, and Chad's our only real estate photographer in Madison right now. So if you're looking for a photographer, Chad's your man. Check him out, Chad Inman, on shutterzonemedia.com. But I've been excited about today for a while because, well, everything I've been doing is in the Milwaukee area. So now we get to finally highlight the beautiful Madison area.
Beautiful Madison, Wisconsin. Yeah, and we have a really nice day for it too. It's not too hot, sunny, slight breeze. So it's really just a perfect summer day.
Oh, this is a perfect day. I was driving up here. I was like, oh, man, we couldn't ask for a better day. So, Chad, how did we meet?
We met through Disc Golf Media. So that is doing sports coverage, really. And that's been, what, 4 years ago?
Yep, it's
Something
been
like
a few years. And this last weekend, we kind of did full circle, coming back to do what we did when we first met, which was at the Silver Cup. And this last weekend was not quite the nice weather for it.
Well, same course, same tournament, so it did come full circle. And the weather did not cooperate on Sunday, which was the only shooting day. It was nice all weekend, except for when we had to be out there with cameras.
I'll show you guys a few clips from that. That was, I got some amazing rain shots.
Yeah, that slow motion rain was great, what you showed me earlier. That's cool.
Chad runs a league out in Madison. Tell me about the league you run.
I run the Thursday Night League at High Stand Park. That's on the east side of Madison. This is the 8th year, and we called this league Pie Stand. So Pie Stand at High Stand Park. And kind of the gimmick that goes with that is that people bring pies for a CTP contest, for the closest to the pin challenge, I guess.
But this week you got something special.
And this week is kind of something special too. So we kind of play around with the, the park's name, High Stand. This week is Tie Stand. So if you wear a tie, you get a mulligan. And this has been kind of a fan favorite for many years now. Then we do the group photo. So this is kind of your annual group photo with all these knuckleheads wearing ties. And, we go out and play Frisbee and have a good time.
You've been with Shutter Zone for how long?
I think I've been out in the field now for 4 months.
4 months. And, well, the reason I reached out to you because I knew you're a media specialist and you actually do some training, right? Didn't you teach it for a while?
I worked at the University of Wisconsin where I went to school, and I was at the Digital Media Center for a couple years where I was their videographer and trainer. So pretty much when people had multimedia questions or they wanted to learn a program, they'd come into the facility and I would walk them through the programs, sit down with them and teach them how to use them. Even if I didn't know the program, I could just sit down and we'll figure it out together.
You've done some traveling too for video too, haven't you?
Well, I went on a trip after I graduated, and I just planned on going for a long time, and I did 2-3 minute videos on a travel YouTube channel, I guess. Forward Travels is still up there if you want to check it out. But I pretty much left Madison on the bus, went to Chicago, hopped a train there to Austin, Texas, and then I stayed there for maybe 10 days. And then I took the bus over the border to Monterrey, Mexico. And then I was in Mexico for about 2.5 months, just taking the buses and stopping in. My favorite was always these small colonial cities. And I just kind of featured the town, and I'd go out and see the sights, and I'd do a little, 2-3 minute video about it. Spent 10 days in Mexico City, and I just kept going. I like to go to the old ruins, after about 2.5 months, I ended up at the bottom of Mexico. And then crossed the border over to Guatemala, and it was just me and some guy in a boat just going down the river, and he pulls up on this muddy bank and just said, "There's Guatemala, good luck." So I got out, and there I was in Guatemala, and then I ended up staying there for about 2.5 months also. So the whole trip was about 5 months.
So you didn't really have a plan on where to stay? Was this kind of a whim type trip?
Yeah, I just stayed at hostels. You know, and back then we didn't have smartphones, so I would just show up in a town, go to the coffee shop where I could access the Wi-Fi with my computer, and you know, find out where I could stay. I was in Puerto Escondido, which is a beach town on the Pacific side of Mexico. My plan was to stay there for 3 days, do a video piece on that area, and like a month later I left, so I just got stuck in that surf town. I mean, the video, it wasn't really, I wouldn't say the video was the main reason why I went, but I wanted to document it so people back home could see what I was doing. I know it's archived too, you know, it's been 10 years, so I can go back and watch those videos now, and it's kind of fun to see what I was up to back then. I'm really liking Shelter Zone. All the realtors I've met have just been so nice and so great to work with. All the media specialists, all you guys out in Milwaukee have just been super great, super helpful. Yeah, I'm loving it. Every day is a little bit different. I kind of like that. I'm kind of starting to get my workflow down a little better, where I'm getting a little faster. The images are starting to get better because I'll go back and look at what I've done and say, oh, I like that, I'm going to do that again, or I don't like this, I'm going to avoid doing that. But then also just looking at other people's work, picking up on little things that I don't think I would have noticed, you know, when I first started 4 months ago.
Just those little details.
Just that focus on composition.
100%.
Yeah.
I would also say, you know, the one thing I do like about, you know, our job is that, and I'm sure a lot of realtors would agree too, is that, you know, you get to check out new areas of the town you never would go to.
Certainly. Mm-hmm.
But it's a new adventure for each one. You're not stuck around the same four walls every day. So that's one thing I do like about the job. What year did you get started in photography?
Well, I was doing photography in high school, where we had dark rooms and we're actually doing all the developing. So I've been around photography for you know, most of my life. I was a sports editor and assistant editor for a weekly newspaper in Southwest Iowa. So my beat was 4 area high schools, so I covered their sports teams. So sports journalism, you know, especially with disc golf, and then going back to my newspaper days, has kind of been the focus with media.
You've been dating Christina
for 4.5 years, and we got married last weekend.
So if you see Chad, congratulate him. He's now he's a newly married man.
Yeah, thank you very much. Going to the Monona Terrace, which is right here. It's the building on the lake. This is Lake Monona. And I don't come down here very often, so I'm trying to figure out where to park.
Chad, you picked the spot, so we're gonna see what Chad can do. You got a plan of attack?
I got a couple ideas, yeah. So I want to do a reveal shot. I get to do a sweeping, like a tracking shot of the Monona Terrace.
Okay.
And there's also this, they call it a hyperlapse feature on this drone, which I've never tried.
I want to see that.
And I want to try that
yeah,
out.
Yeah. Let's definitely give that a shot.
That would be like a time lapse, but the camera's actually moving. So
right,
they call
100%.
that hyperlapse. So we'll see how that works out. Also, a circle around the dome, you know, your classic circle shot. So we're gonna do that one.
All right, and what are we flying with today?
This is the DJI Air 2S.
Okay, let's give it a go. Let's see it take off here.
Hey, how you doing? A permit?
Yeah.
Well, we're FAA certified.
Yeah, even the made in the announcement. I don't know if you heard that on our speaker system.
Oh, I didn't hear anything. Yeah.
Yep, so just go in the main entrance. There's a greeter at level 4.
Does that include photography, like normal photography?
Nope, just drones.
Just drone? Okay, so if I want to do a few like normal ground shots, I'm okay for that?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay. Yeah.
I'm all like, is this public property, dude?
I want to see how well I can see the statue from here with this thing. Oh my God.
Bet you can get in there.
Pretty close.
Yeah, that's great.
All right, so we're off to the next place. We're going where?
We're going to go to the Union Terrace at the University of Wisconsin.
Okay. Well, we're going there now because we didn't get to fly much. We were at a public place, and I guess we had to have a permit to fly up there. Even though we're FAA certified, they have certain rules over there. So the security came out, and I wouldn't say kicked us out, just basically said that.
Yeah, he asked us for a permit, and we were federally permitted to be there, but not locally.
Not locally. I mean, so if you're not familiar with the FAA rules, we can pretty much fly within, you know, well, I wouldn't say anywhere, as long as you're within the FAA approved airspace. But public spaces that own that property can, you know, have control of where you take off. And unfortunately, we couldn't take off from there. We could have probably gone up 2 blocks and gotten the same shots and flown right over. We're off to the next spot.
Yeah, this is great.
So Chad's doing something really cool right now. He's doing a hyperlapse. Pretty excited for it. I want to see this footage. In fact, if we can, I'm going to try to show you that footage right now. Thanks guys for hanging out with me and Chad today. If you guys are interested in other videos in the future, click and subscribe, hit that bell notification. Check us out on Facebook or Instagram, and we'll see you guys on the next one.